Please join us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jack Fisher, principal of Colerain High School. We are honored that you're here to honor our graduates. They're a pretty good-looking group, wouldn't you say? I'd like to take just a second and introduce our platform guests for the evening. I would ask that each person stand as their name is read, and please hold your applause till the end. Pam Detzel, President, Board of Education, Northwest Local School District. Jim Detzel, Board Member and Butler Tech Representative. Mr. Todd Bowling, Superintendent, Northwest Local School District. Mr. Robert Reynolds, 12th grade principal. Mr. Joe Pollitt, 11th grade principal. Miss Laura Bailey, 10th grade principal. Miss Erin Davis, ninth grade principal, and certainly most important tonight, Miss Molly Louderback, our student SUMA speaker. Please give them a round of applause. I would ask that you notice we have one chair on stage that's empty tonight. We thought it would be fitting, and there will be some other comments throughout the ceremony, but we thought it would be fitting to leave a chair tonight in honor of Joe Bertram, who would have been this class's principal. So in his honor, we have left a chair open for Joe Bertram tonight. I also would like to introduce some people seated in the arena. Again, I would ask that they stand when their name is read. Board of Education Vice President, Mr. Michael Harlow. Board of Education members, Mr. Bob Engel and Dr. Christopher Heather. And our central office staff, who are all seated in the section to my left. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you. I would also like to give out a few thank yous tonight. You'll notice, and they were rightly appreciated as they came in tonight, but I'd like to take a minute and thank our staff who are seated on the sides. They're a pretty good looking group, I think, also. So if you would stand and please be recognized. A few of them shot me that look like, I can't believe he's making us stand. A few other thank yous, and I'm not going to make folks stand, but a lot of what you see here tonight, our guidance staff, a lot of our support staff, custodial maintenance have been up here all day preparing for tonight. We could not have an event like this without those folks, and the counselors obviously all 4 years have worked with your students. So I would ask that we give the guidance department and our support staff a round of applause. Each year, members of the graduating class invite honored guests to attend this ceremony. These are often teachers, friends, and family members who have made a difference in their lives and made this night possible. Would our honored guest please stand to be acknowledged? I know many of them have received cards and thank yous from students, so if you are an honored guest tonight, please stand and be recognized. Seniors, to you, it has been an honor to be the principal of Colerain High School. The opportunity to return to the school that I graduated, and I hate to say it because it sounds kind of old, but 35 years ago, I graduated from Colerain High School on the football field at Colerain High School. So it has been an honor to be your principal. It's been much more rewarding than I ever could have imagined. Being how this is the last time we are all together as a group, exactly as we are tonight, I'd like to offer just a couple of words of advice. It's hard to imagine, but that's right. This is the last time you will all be together in one room as the senior class of 2017 at Colerain High School. After tonight, your title will change from student to alumni. As such, I hope you will let me briefly give you a few pieces of advice before you leave us tonight. These are pieces of advice. I think most of you know by now they're not given so much as the principal standing up, reading the rules, and giving a to-do list. This list tonight is more from me as a principal, yes, but also a dad, a husband, and a person who has taken his own share of lumps along the way. Number one, can you answer this question? What is the compass or set of values that you will use to guide your life? I encourage you to concentrate on 2 or 3 principles that are your core values and stick to those. Focus on those 2 or 3 things that guide you and always keep you moving in the right direction. Some would say it's core principles, some would call it core values. What are they? Do you have any? For some, it may be a saying. For others, it might be your faith. For me personally, it's scriptures I've learned throughout my life from the Bible. Why are these important? Because we all feel lost at times. We lose our way. We're not sure what the next step, what the next decision is. And so if you always have a compass or a North Star to refer to, you'll always find the right answer and the right direction. Number 2, do your best to treat others well. This seems simple, but I believe we live in a world where many are forgetting how to talk, debate, or even disagree. People often yell, fight. We put awful messages on social media instead of finding ways to work out our differences and do things peacefully face to face. Employers nowadays, and we talk to many, are begging for people with what they've referred to as people skills and the ability to communicate effectively. At times, I think we've forgotten the concept of forgiveness. We often lose sight that we need to forgive others, mainly because we all need to be forgiven at times. Guys, we forget to open doors for ladies. Words like thank you, sorry, nowadays, maybe sadly, but also I offer this as a piece of advice. If you say please, thank you, yes ma'am, no ma'am, those things will often set you apart from others. Some would say chivalry is dead. I would disagree, especially with a lot of you that I've gotten to know from this class. You have been very respectful to me. As many of you know, I lost my father this past March. He used to often say, when he heard me running my mouth usually, don't ever tear down others just to build yourself up. If you're good at something, people will let you know. You don't need to tell them how great you are. They will tell you. Now, in all fairness, like I said, I must admit, the students at Colerain High School, to me personally, have been very respectful. And I'm going to give you 2 quick examples, if I can. The morning after Joe Bertram passed away, I went to the PA to let our student body know what had happened the night before, that Mr. Bertram had passed. After making what was a very difficult announcement, I came out of the office, walked back down the hall towards the administrative office, and a student stopped me in the hall, and I will never forget this, said, and this was while I was still relatively new, and I didn't even know the person's name at the time. She said, Mr. Fisher, I know that announcement was very difficult. How are you doing? You okay? And I believe if we do that kind of thing more often, we can still change the world. A second example, about a month ago, a student stopped me in the hall and asked to speak to me in my office. This was following a difficult decision that our team had made regarding a school event. We first spoke about the situation, and the student gave her opinion, and all of a sudden, she said this. Mr. Fisher, I told my mom this morning that if I saw you today, I would offer words of encouragement because I knew you were having a rough week. Now, it's those type things that I think we need more of in this world because a kind word can make all the difference. Third, and yes, I'm about done, I only have 4. I think you have to embrace the struggle. No one likes hard times, But seriously, how can we appreciate the good times if we don't experience struggle? We live in a world where people want courage without having to be courageous. We live in a world that people want patience, but this one's especially true. We don't want to wait for anything anymore, but yet we pray for patience. I would ask that you consider some of the greatest people in history, and I'll just name three. Being an old history teacher, I love this kind of stuff. But consider Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King, and Nelson Mandela, and tell me that they didn't experience struggle in their life, and yet also experienced great victory. Lastly, number 4, don't ever give up on what you know is your dream. Be bold, be daring. Don't take no for an answer. Even at my age, I have things I want to do and things I still want to accomplish. You should always set your sights on the next goal or the next priority. I'll end with this. I love music, and I often love listening to lyrics that move me, and they often, I'm kind of, once I see words, I remember things, and so I will just often, in the middle of the night or while I'm doing something, remember lyrics to a song. And so I close with the lyrics from one of my favorite songs, and it pertains to me as a 53-year-old principal, as well as you to a soon-to-be graduate. The song goes like this: all my life I longed to be a hero, my sword raised high, running to the battle. I was going to take giants down, be a man you would write about. Deep in my chest is the heart of a warrior. So why am I still standing here? Why am I still holding back? If I could flip the page. I hear you call me into deep waters, but I've settled in the shallow end. Why am I still standing here? So afraid of what it might cost to follow. I'd walk by faith if I could get my feet to move, but I don't want to live that way. I don't want to look back someday on a life that never stepped across the line. Graduates, I'm sure you have big dreams. Don't let others discourage you. Don't take no for an answer. I believe this class will do great things. I believe we will be proud of you. All I ask is that you come back from time to time and share it with us. Thank you very much. At this time, I will introduce our choir, led by Mr. Kyle Hudson. They will perform the senior class song.
Change. At this time, we would like to recognize individuals and groups in the senior class for their leadership and their achievements. This year's class officers and committee chairs have been exemplary in their leadership and organizing activities such as the Senior Superlative Luncheon, Prom Luncheon and Prom, the Joe Bertram Memorial Basketball Game, the Seniors Baccalaureate, and Senior Video. Will the senior class president, Amber Wederick, and the 2017 class officers please stand and be recognized for all your dedication and leadership. I would like for the Student Senate Executive Board, President Taryn Taliff, and the senior board members to stand. This year, the members of the Student Senate cooked and served meals at Ronald McDonald House to families who have children being treated at Children's Hospital, received a service award from Colerain Township trustees, organized and planned successful homecoming events, and personally contributed 115 service hours to their community. Thank you for the leadership you display and your commitment to Colerain High School. It is my pleasure to introduce the Herff Jones Students of the Year for 2017. These two seniors are known for their leadership, spirit, pride, talents, and intelligence as the best all-around male and female students at Colerain High School. This year, the Herff Jones Students of the Year are Carrie Tepe and Noah Kennedy.
At this time, I am proud to recognize members of the Elite 32-21-30 Club. The criteria for membership are earning a 32 or higher on the ACT and a 21-30 or higher on the SAT. Students who qualify for this have scored in the 99th percentile nationally or both of these college entrance exams. The following students are members of the 32-21-30 Club and are wearing white cords this evening. Please stand as your name is called. Lane Frederick, Caitlin Lohman, and Krista Wilson. To obtain an honors diploma, students must meet strict coursework requirements. Will the 107 students who have earned an honors diploma please stand and be recognized at this time? This year, over 282 members of the class of 2017 participated in a 2-year career and technical education program through Butler Tech. Their teachers were asked to choose Students of the Year who represent the best in each field of study. When your name is called, please stand and remain standing. This year's Butler Tech Students of the Year are Criminal Justice, Roxanne Sita, Commercial Truck, Chad Zillig, Cooperative Business, Matthew Lasky and Paige Cosgrove, Dental Assisting, Brianna Axt, Engineering, Benjamin Denoma, Health Tech, Sarah Eckhoff, Precision Machining, Roger Steigel, and Programming and Software, Jacob Carter.
The National Honor Society serves to acknowledge those students who have demonstrated excellence in the areas of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Many of the members of the National Honor Society present here tonight were inducted at the end of their junior year. This evening, they are wearing gold tassels. Will the 43 members of the National Honor Society please stand and receive our thanks for your leadership and service? Academic achievement is measured in many ways. Along with standardized testing and state assessments, the grades students earn each day in the classroom are an accurate and important measure of their commitment to scholastic excellence. Tonight, we honor these students who came prepared to work and earned high marks over the last 4 years. They are wearing gold stoles as recognition of their achievement. Will the 120 students who are cum laude with a grade point average of 4.24 to 4.94 weighted GPA please stand and be recognized? Will the 24 students who are magna cum laude with a 4.95 to 5.24 weighted GPA please stand at this time and be recognized? And will the 33 students who are summa cum laude with a grade point average of 5.25 weighted GPA please stand at this time and be recognized? We would now like to recognize all of our students who will be serving our country. We have confirmation that the following students will serve our country in the armed services. Please hold your applause until all are called. National Guard, Alexander Harmon. United States Navy, Jacob Noble and Ryan Westrick. United States Marines, Michael Wander. Thank you for your service. This coming weekend, as we do every year, our nation pauses to remember those men and women who gave their lives in service to our country. Tonight, we wish to thank those present who dedicated a portion of their lives so that we might enjoy the freedom to gather here and celebrate with family and friends. Would all veterans and active duty members present in the audience please stand? Finally, I am pleased to announce the results of our awards and scholarships that this class has earned. As of May 1st, Colerain students have received $8.5 million in academic and athletic scholarships awards. And at this time, Mr. Reynolds will give the challenge to the class of 2017.
Members of the class of 2017 and everyone gathered here tonight, before I begin, I'd like you to take a moment and join me in a moment of silence in memory of a great leader and an extraordinary human being. Please join me in a moment of silent remembrance for Mr. Joe Bertram. Thank you. Members of the class of 2017, unlike other occasions, I will be brief tonight. I have 3 things to share with you. The first is the shortest and the most important, and that is congratulations and thank you. Because congratulations, this is your night, your hour, your moment. Congratulations to those who excelled in the classroom. Congratulations to those who got involved and became part of a club, activity, team, or organization. Congratulations to those who committed to career and technical education. And to those of you who lived in my office this year, and you know who you are, congratulations. I am most proud of you, because you and I know how long this road has been, and how often this night seemed impossible and would never come. And yet here you are, ready to walk across this stage. So to one and all, congratulations and well done. And thank you for the privilege and honor of being your principal this year. When Mr. Bertram left due to illness, you pulled together as a class and became something special. I know that he is proud of each one of you tonight and all you have accomplished. And I am grateful to have helped you along the way. Secondly, I want to remind you of Mr. Bertram's challenge to you. As freshmen in your first class meeting on opening day, he gave you a simple challenge: to get involved with Colerain High School and to make a difference. So tonight, on your last night as Colerain students, we're going to see how well you listened to him 4 years ago. Parents, family, friends, gather here. Let's see how well they did. Members of the class of 2017, during the last 4 years, if you participated in a sport, be it freshman, JV, or varsity, please stand up. Thank you. Be seated. Members of the class of 2017, during the last 4 years, if you joined a club, participated in an activity, or performed on stage, sang, or played an instrument for Colerain High School, please stand up. Thank you. Be seated. If you were enrolled in a 2-year Butler Tech program at Colerain, Northwest, or off campus, please stand up. Thank you, and be seated. If you were invited to an academic honors ceremony, freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior year, please stand up. Thank you. Thank you. Be seated. And finally, if you supported your school and your classmates by attending a game, a concert, a play, or a dance, please stand up. Thank you. Be seated. Parents and family members, how well do you think they did? Lastly, it is tradition that the grade level principal gives a challenge to the graduating class. Parents, many of you know that I have a challenge that I give to every group that leaves the campus or the building on a field trip or an off-campus activity. Before they get on the bus to go to their location, I get them together in the lobby or in the auditorium, and I say something like this: listen up. In a few minutes, you will leave this building. When you do so, and for the next few hours, you are ambassadors for Colerain High School. People who don't know us or our school will learn about us based on how you walk, talk, act, and handle yourselves. It is my expectation that you will conduct yourselves in a manner that brings honor to your families, your community, and our school. Is that clear? And then they go get on the bus. Class of 2017, my challenge to you tonight is this. In a few minutes, you will come up here, walk across the stage, and graduate. And when you leave this place, and for the rest of your lives, you will be ambassadors for Colerain High School. The people that you meet in college, or the military, in the workplace, in cities and towns far from here, who do not know us or our school, will learn about us by how you walk, talk, act, and live your lives. It is my firm belief that you will do so in a manner that brings honor to yourselves, your families, your community, and our school. And looking at you tonight, I know that you will. Members of the class of 2017, on behalf of the faculty and staff, thank you for 4 wonderful years. Good luck, God bless you, and go Cards!
At this time, I would like to introduce our SUMA speaker for the evening, Miss Molly Lauterbach.
First, I would like to thank family, friends, teachers, honored guests, and administrators for everything you did in order to make this day possible for each of us. Most importantly, congratulations to the Colerain High School class of 2017. After countless football games, tests, Fridays in the cafeteria, essays, performances, and hours spent studying, we are graduating. I could tell you that this is the first day of the rest of your life, or that today is not the end of your education, but the beginning. But I won't bore you with those cliches, although they are true. Instead, I will spend a couple minutes talking about footprints, your footprint as you pass through life. Be citizens of the world, leave your mark, your footprint, in such a way that it was better for you to have passed by. This world, as you know, is a big place, and we, in comparison, have an infinitely smaller existence. But don't misconstrue that to mean we have a small impact on this world, when in fact, it is the opposite. Whether you intend to or not, you affect everyone and everything you come into contact with throughout your day, and beyond that, throughout your life. Here's a small example. When you smile at someone, say an acquaintance, walking down the hall, you make an impact on them. You change them by making their day brighter. They might have just failed a test or argued with a friend, but then you smile at them and they smile back. We affect the people around us. Our actions have consequences, good and bad, but that can be easy to forget. Remind yourself that your actions will have a ripple effect all around you. Even the smallest stone cast into a pond produces a ripple outward in all directions. Think of this before you do or say anything. In a time when it is increasingly easy to interact with the world around you through the internet and social media, it is immensely important to think before you post or tweet or hit send. What footprint do you want to leave? When you turn around and look behind you, what do you see? What do you want others to see? It is also important to remember that you have your perspective and opinions based upon your experiences, knowledge, and beliefs. Yet yours is but one view in a sea of differing and perhaps better perspectives and opinions. Keep that in mind as you venture farther from the people who have the most in common with you into new places and people who have different cultures, beliefs, or opinions. You have the ability, through a million tiny actions, words, and also through big, grand initiatives, to positively impact your world, this world we all share. In conclusion, as you leave this place, in the safety and familiarity of the people here and go off into the real world, take with you the lessons you have learned and the friends you have made here. Go out into the world and make a positive impact, because like it or not, you will make an impact. It is up to you how you impact the world through your speech, demeanor, and actions. Stop and look back. What footprint did you leave on Colerain High School? It is up to you and you alone what your footprints will look like. And always remember, as your life takes you away from here, once a cardinal, always a cardinal.
All right, as we get ready for the time that everyone's been waiting for, as I reminded you before, we have 462 graduates. We will read names by advisory. Again, this is typically 15 to 20 students. They will read as an advisory group, and then you will have time to cheer and applaud your graduate. It is very important to us that each name be heard, and so we would ask that you refrain from behavior that would keep that from happening. All right, Mr. Bowling, at this time, I'm honored to introduce Mr. Todd Bowling. It gives me great pleasure to present to you the 462 members of the Colerain High School class of 2017.
On behalf of the Northwest Local School District, I wish to congratulate the graduating class of 2017. Mr. Fisher, the credentials of the candidates presented here tonight have been reviewed. The candidates are entitled to the diplomas they will receive from Colerain High School.
One more housekeeping item as we get ready to hand out and have students come across the stage. After the recessional, students are to report to the lobby to pick up their diploma and return their gown. This entire process will conclude, hopefully, it says 10 o'clock, but we can probably do better than that, I'm thinking, right? I'm an old guy, we got school tomorrow. All right? If you'd like to take additional pictures of your graduate with the cap gown, you obviously may do so right after the service, right after the ceremony. All right, Mr. Reynolds will begin the procession by presenting the diplomas to the summas sitting in the first row.
The Colerain High School class of 2017. Molly Rachel Louderback, summa cum laude. Abigail Lee Bamberger, summa cum laude. Tyler Anthony Bigner, summa cum laude. Sean Tyler Boosveld, summa cum laude. Cody David Brown, summa cum laude. Rebecca Grace Bruner, summa cum laude. Casey Elizabeth Cooley, summa cum laude. Victoria Christian Eggers, summa cum laude. Elaine Diane Feldman, summa cum laude. Sarah Jane Fitzpatrick, summa cum laude. Lane Thomas Frederick, summa cum laude. Samuel Jacob Gierek, summa cum laude. Kelsey Ann Holmer, summa cum laude. Sarah Louise Keller, summa cum laude. Olivia Ann Connect, summa cum laude. Lauren Faith Lemons, summa cum laude. Aaliyah Nicole Lingo, summa cum laude. Caitlin Rose Lohman, summa cum laude. Nathan Jerome Lorenz, summa cum laude. Michelle Lee Brianna Mativia, summa cum laude. Alexis May Meyer, summa cum laude. Jacob Patrick Morrow, summa cum laude. Ryan Charles Murray, summa cum laude. Nok Nubo Win, summa cum laude. Arati Oli, summa cum laude. Derek David Oliverio, summa cum laude. Peyton Isabel Parker, summa cum laude. Nathan Duke Riddle, summa cum laude. Shelby Montana Sanders, summa cum laude. Jenna Rose Strong, summa cum laude. Taryn K. Taliff, summa cum laude. Carrie Ann Tepe, summa cum laude. Krista Marie Wilson, summa cum laude. Thank you.
Alexa Gabrielle Baumgardner, magna cum laude. Cody David Bigner, magna cum laude. Dylan Thomas Bigner, magna cum laude. Kyle Thomas Bolden, cum laude. John Patrick Doran, cum laude. Jane Nicole Eichelberger, cum laude. Aaron Taylor Henneke, cum laude. Alexandria Bergen Kruger, magna cum laude. Naomi Michaela LaFay Miller, magna cum laude. Lauren Nicole Sanderson, cum laude. Natalia Pavlina Dragon Sandy, cum laude. Anne Marie Schutte, magna cum laude. Kendall Alexander Shepard, magna cum laude. Hazel Isabella Swisshelm, cum laude. Katie Mackenzie Ucotter, cum laude. Michael Dennis Wander, cum laude. Amber Christine Wederick, magna cum laude. Valerie Michelle Wyatt, cum laude. Thank you.
Rebecca Maria Oliverio, cum laude. Thank you.
Deontay Lamar Abernathy. Caleb Kane Adams.
Nautica Vanessa Anderson.
Paul Halleck Anderson, cum laude. Jesse Daniel, not here, Armantrout. Jalen Nicole Asbury, cum laude. Rachel Jean Ashton. Brianna Nicole Axt. Jacob Michael Ayers. Man Maya Bajgai, magna cum laude. Alexander Eugene Ballinger, cum laude. Christian Amir Barnes. Dina Nath Bastola, cum laude. Zaire Janae Battle Holmes. Douglas Richard Bauer. Thank you.
Leon Lovett Beasley.
Darian Edward Beavers. Chelsea Lynn Beck, cum laude. Austin Joseph Beats, cum laude. Michaela Brianne Belcher. Diamond Yvonne Bennett. Reagan Anna Bernhard. Wade Michael Bernhardt, cum laude. Anthony Michael Beavis, cum laude. Roshika Batterai, cum laude. Taylor Cynthia Beal, cum laude. Logan Wade Bischoff, cum laude. Christopher Douglas Bogus, cum laude. Robert Edwin Bowl III, cum laude. Anthony William Booker, Jr. Joshua Thomas Bramkamp. Austin David Breckel. Thank you.
Corinne Gabrielle Breitfelder. Michaela Alexis Breitfelder. Jalen Lindell Amir Britton. Blake Edwin Brown. Leslie Faye Brown. Tasia Diane Janae Brown. Jason Thomas Budke, Jr. Omari Malik Bullock. Ryan Michael Burke. Faith Morgan Burton. Kenneth Edward Byers III, cum laude. Manolo Caldwell. Briasia Ariana Calhoun. Anthony Dwayne Carr. John Francis Carrer. Brandon John Carroll, magna cum laude. Jacob Scott Carroll. Charles Jacob Karstens. Thank you.
Antonio Damon Carter. Brianne Zelsi Carter. Cass DeRoderick Carter, Jr., cum laude. Jacob Andrew Carter. Thomas Lawrence Carter. Ashley May Case. Kelsey Paige Case. Monish Chamlagai. Goodness Sean Chandler. Talina Lynn Chapel. Makia Chartel Clark. Evan William Klein. Devontae DeAndre Cobb. Thank you.
Keegan Sage Collins. Emily Elaine Conrad, cum laude. Nolan Ryan Conroy. Jason Andrew Cordray. Paige Mackenzie Cosgrove, magna cum laude. Vishnu Dahal, cum laude. Christian James Davis. Mahaley Ann Davis, cum laude. Ryan Michael Davis. Thank you.
Dalton Christopher Dale Day. John Paul Demo, cum laude. Katie Marie Dempsey. Joel Michael Dennis, cum laude. Benjamin Michael Denoma, cum laude. Ryan Joseph Denoma, cum laude. Cameron Stephen DeWald, cum laude. Tika Devi Demal. Austin Thomas Diesel. Kiesia Anaya Dixon. Richard Aaron Holtgreaf Dominguez. Brooke Ann Dorman. Seth Ray Duguay. Margaret Mary Drake. Brianna Lynn Drennan, cum laude. Christian Isaiah Duke. Luke Allen Dunbar. Maya Lynn Dunn. Darren Duwan. Thank you.
Sarah Jane Eads, magna cum laude. Amber Ray Jordan Easton. Sarah Mary Eckhoff, cum laude. Josie Michelle Ehrman, cum laude. Noah William Elvey. Joseph Cameron Anecking.
Precious Lillian Evans.
Jillian Grace Ferdinand, cum laude. Jason Carl Fisher, cum laude. Christopher David Fitzgerald. Brenna Ray Flannery. Jared Maxwell Fleck. Brady Lee Flynn. Taylor Rose Fogel, cum laude. Aaron Riley Foster, cum laude. Cheyenne Jane Foster. Nicholas Stewart Foster. Jacob Michael Franklin. Lexa Jade Fries. Keenan Tyler Frey.
Tyler Allen Fry.
Amelia Lauren Funk, cum laude. Thank you.
William David Games, cum laude. Juan Pablo Garcia Vera. Noah Chandler Gardner. Grant William Gerbers. Allison Kathleen Goodson, cum laude. Timothy Robert Green, cum laude. Paige Elizabeth Greenlee, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Greenlee, magna cum laude. Jacob Stephen Gregg. Jordan Sean Gregory. Daniel George Grismer III. Alexander James Harmon. Jody Renee Hafey. Lyric Douglas Hamblin, cum laude. Zachary Edward Hambrick. Trevor William Eugene Hammonds, cum laude. Thank you.
Taylor Lee Haney, magna cum laude. Maya Trinae Harrell, cum laude. Aujane Lenice Harris. Courtney Jane Harris. Jaquez Aaron Harris. Dylan Russell Hartung. Grace Mary Hausler, cum laude. Casey Michael Hebenstreet. Nicholas Lee Hayden. Andrew Stephen Higgins. Joy Lene Hill. Lorenzo Thomas Hines Jr. Colin Andrew Hirth. Justin Robert Hogeback, cum laude. Macy Renee Hollingsworth. Stephen Malcolm Huddleston. Megan Adrian Hudapole. Lillian Hannah Hewitt, cum laude.
Thank you. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Jaden David Holy. Michaela Ann Holes, cum laude. Mark Jacob Hunley. Haley Marie Hunt, cum laude. Brianne Elizabeth Huey. Kevin Elliott Hyde. Duran Darnell Hyman, Jr., cum laude. Kevin William Imes II. Kiara Taryn Jackson. Natasia Tashana Jackson. Samuel Curtis Jackson, magna cum laude. Sukaina Dimbo Jada, magna cum laude. Kamira Brianna Jeffries Cooley, cum laude. Dwayne Edward Jennings. Armani Drune Johnson. Marissa Marie Johnson. Ricardo Latre Johnson, Jr. Taya Marie Johnson. Whitney Denise Johnson, cum laude. Thank you.
Cody Joseph Jones. Keontae Marvin Jones. Stacia Siobhan Jones. Stephen Michael Camp, Jr. Taylor Ann Kurt Harper. Brianna Nicole Keller, cum laude. Albert Jordan Kemphouse. Lorenzo Edward Kendricks. Noah Edward Kennedy, cum laude. Melshina Arlena Diana Kenny. Anthony Michael Keem, cum laude. Alexis Corinne Kinross, cum laude. Benjamin William Kirk, cum laude. Paige Ann Keitlinger. Jonathan Michael Klein. Madeline Rose Knapp, cum laude. Derek Apollo Knox, Jr. Taylor William Knox. Jacob Charles Cook. Brianna Melissa Kohler, cum laude. Thank you.
Abigail Nicole Congos. Andrew Scott Kramer. Austin Michael Kramer. Hannah Rose Kramer. Olivia Jane Kruger. Kaylee Ray LaCalametto, magna cum laude. Erin Rose Lager, cum laude. Joshua Paul Lakeberg, cum laude. Miranda Leanne Land, cum laude. Dylan Christopher Lape, cum laude. Cameron Lee LaRose. Matthew Norman Mershon Lasky, magna cum laude. Julia Louise Laverty. Hunter Campbell Lane. Michaela Nicole Lane. Max Thomas Lee. Miranda Lee Likens. Thank you.
Stephen Matthew Lindner, cum laude. Kenneth Joseph Linz. Jeremy Cage Lucas. Joshua Richard Lucas. Shade Unaya Lumpkin. Duha Khalid Lutfia. Isaac Khalid Lutfia. Ryder Conrad Matafari. Shireen McGathy, cum laude. Richard Lewis Mapes. Abigail Grace Marshall, cum laude. Braden Christian Tyler Martin. Jamal Dante Martin. Nathan John Martini, cum laude. Joshua Karaoke Matheri, cum laude. Samuel David Mani, cum laude. Thank you.
Once again, I would just ask that you please refrain from outbursts. We want everybody's name to be heard. Thank you.
Amber Lynn McAfee, cum laude. Zarian Khalil McGee. Cassandra Elizabeth McGuire, cum laude. Samuel William McKee, cum laude. Bradley William McNichol. Jacqueline Mendizabal. Bailey Lavon Messer. Claire Elizabeth Meyer. Haley Alexis Meyer, magna cum laude. Jade Marie Mendendorf. Thank you.
Ethan Gray Milazzo. Jaden Brandon Miles. Tejan Damon Miles. Austin Taylor Millard. Kane David Mills. Brooke Elise Minner, cum laude. Justin William Mitchell. Jordan Nicole Muir. Patrick Edward Murray, magna cum laude. Kiara Lene Nelson. Gabrielle Anthony Lee New. Kaylee Angelina Neiman. Jacob Stephen Noble. Nicolette Marie Nolan. Brandon Jerome Nuttall. Thank you.
Michaela Renee Orr. Roger Dale Overstreet. Mohammed Pampor. Andrea Joan Parton, cum laude. Jeffrey James Thomas Payne, magna cum laude. Dylan Jeffrey Pescheny. Deja Naomi Pitts. Bianca Jordan Pitts Lewis. Ethan Thomas Playton.
Zoe Marie Poland.
Antonio Mikel Policano. Nicholas Joseph Polis III, cum laude. Brandon Vanak Prom. Donald Jacob Pugh. Carrie Lynn Radicke. Kabita Rai. Sudan Ibn Rashid. Patrick Vincent Reinhold. Cassandra Jean Reddig, cum laude. Thank you.
Allie Starr Richardson. Owen Thomas Riddell. Amir Isaiah Reep. Julia Marie Riesenbeck. Caleb Andrew Phoenix Riley. Jordan Lee Reiser. Kyle Anthony Robin. Michaela Brianna Angelica Robbins. Zachary David Robers, cum laude. Shamar Trayvon Robertson. Tiffany Ray Robinson, cum laude. Sean Robert Robish Raven. Elise Rogers. Edgar Ephraim Rodriguez Corpus. Jennifer Pilar Romero, cum laude. Ryan David Romero. Morgan Marie Rose, cum laude. Sophia Marie Roselle, magna cum laude. Thank you.
Megan Nicole Russell. Carrie Michelle Salt, cum laude. Kelly Nicole Salt, cum laude. Tamara Samity. Alexis Nicole Sanders. Casey Renee Satzker. Tatiana Nicole Shaley Watson. Jennifer Lynn Schmeling. Caitlin Christine Schneider. Michael Tyler Schoening. Jake Gerard Schrand. Will Bernard Schroeder. Savannah Lynn Schwarm, cum laude. Demba Soleil Sek. Thank you.
Roxanne Carmela Seda, cum laude. Ryan Patrick Sherman, cum laude. Janae Ireland Shockley. Skylar Jean Marie Schroyer, cum laude. Evan Andrew Siebel, cum laude. Jamie Michael Simpson, cum laude. Christian Michael Sizemore. Adriana Juanita Skates. Andrew James Smith. Brittany Leanne Smith. Sativa Selassie Smith. Hannah Elizabeth Smith, cum laude. Julian Eugene Smith. Tanea Ariana Smith. Tyra Monet Smith. Allison Marie Snyder, cum laude. Joseph Allen Snyder, cum laude. Andrew David Sparks, cum laude. Matthew Stephen Sparks, cum laude. Samuel Walter Spence. Cameron Blake Sprague. Deshanae Tamra Sprawl. Crystal Lynn Stacy, magna cum laude. Thank you.
Roger Edward Steigel. Madison Renee Stallworth. Quante Fernando Rayshawn Stanley. Brianna Lorelei Steers, cum laude. Ryan Todd Stegmuller, cum laude. Brandon Donald Steinmetz, cum laude. Joseph Michael Stevenson. Brendan K. Steele. Alexander Vogel Strohoffer. Austin Allen Suter. Caleb John Sunderhouse. Bailey May Sutterfield. Kirsten Emily Marie Talent. Jonathan Constantinos Tallman. Jacob Michael Taylor, cum laude. Lila Paige Taylor, cum laude. Jeffrey Cade Tebby, magna cum laude. Thank you.
Emily Jo Thiem. Melinda Louise Thomas, cum laude. Patrick Andrew Thompson, Jr. Malia Gail Toms, cum laude. Marcel Devante Tony. Megan Catherine Torbeck, cum laude. Erin Elizabeth Tregesser, cum laude. Kaylin Michon Turner. Kennedy Taylor Turner.
Jessica Christine Vaughn, cum laude.
Danae Michael Ventus. Danita Michelle Ventus. Kelsey Lynn Villardo. Madison Lee Vornhagen. McKenna Claire Vornhagen. Sarah Elizabeth Wagner. Alan Ray as Stanislaw Walkie, Jr. Nolan Lee Warman. Howard Eugene Watkins, Jr. Adrian Anthony Watson. Aaron Nicholas Wakehoff. Malik Sincere Weather Abdullah. Brittany Lachelle Webster, cum laude. Devin Antonia Weiler, cum laude. Jared David Weiss. Abigail Lauren Wells, cum laude. Jacob Thomas Wells, cum laude. Thank you.
Ryan Joseph Westrick, cum laude. Taylor Nicole Wethington. Jasmine Destiny Divine White. Keith Robert White, cum laude. Leshawna Tiaja White.
Joshua William Whitley.
Read Did you read Leah Danielle Whitehurst? Read her.
Leah Danielle Whitehurst. Donald James Williams III, cum laude. Jawan Tyree Williams. Shekinah Trinae Williams. David Alexander Windsor, cum laude. Madeline Noel Woosty. Jordan Curtis Wumbles. Brady J. Woodhouse, cum laude. Ross Michael Werdeman. Evan James Wynn. Ahmad Sayer Zidan, cum laude. Chad Edward Zillig. Haley K. Zent, cum laude. Aiden Joseph Moore. Mariah Ann Koenig. Thank you.
I got time to sit down, or what's next?
No, you don't.
Would the graduates please rise? As superintendent of the Northwest Local School District, I hereby declare the senior class of Colerain High School as graduated. The students may move their tassels from the right to the left.
At this time, this concludes our ceremony. I appreciate everybody being here. We would ask that you remain seated while the graduates leave the auditorium. Thank you very much.